one of my songs. Testify to the nations and the nations will testify. My voice is... Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Okay, the lyrics, they go something like, we have a beautiful land, right? Africa, I love anything Africa. You say Africa, that's my name. Say Africa. Africa. When I say Africa, say that's my name. Africa. That's my name. What's your name? Africa. What's your name? Africa. That's my name. You are doing great. Anyway, the song says, testify to the nations, and the nations will testify. We are a beautiful land that flows with blessings, blessings from above. Barrenness, poverty, limitation, your time is no more. Africa, God is on your side. Okay. Arise, arise, O Africa. Nations long been waiting on you. Fly high like an eagle. Nations long been waiting on you. This is a sing-along. Come on. Arise, arise, O Africa. Nations long been waiting on you. Fly high like an eagle. Nations long been waiting on you. Arise, arise, O Africa. Nations long been waiting on you. Fly high like an eagle. Nations long been waiting on you. Nations long been waiting on you. Fly high like an eagle. Nations long been waiting on you. And then we're gonna say, arise, arise. You can harmonize. Arise, 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 arise. May we rise. In all we do, may everything we do flourish. It's an amen from me, and I'm out.
Go. Okay, so since the band wants to record. I just want to see how long we could just sit in silence before it gets awkward.
Let's try that.
Let's try out.
Damn, I really good song.
Dude, he didn't survive. He didn't make it. What is that? What does that mean? Okay, the band is gonna lead this one. Before I said anything, can you guys please acknowledge the fact that these people play so beautifully? Please, whoa! Whoa! You said what? Wow! What a wow! Me, I'm amazed. Just speaking for myself. Yeah, so they're gonna play it and then we'll see. We'll just harmonize. The breed?
Yeah, that really.
Okay.
Yeah, man. No, because it works.
No, good. Don't you like?
If you listen to that, and you
That's why.
know why.
Don't you guys like vibrations? Vibrations. Music.
Are you gonna go
While her mother was inducing labor, it was a normal time. It was pretty much every time, everyone sees when a child is being born, But instead of crying, she was born singing. And the song she was singing was the following song. And of course, this came to everyone's surprise, right? Instead of crying, this child is singing. It quickly put them in a spell where everyone fell asleep except for one lady, the oldest lady in the room. In fact, she was the oldest lady in the village. She wondered, after so many childbirths, I had never seen such a thing. What is this? And when everyone came to wake, no one could believe what had just happened. In fact, her own mother wanted nothing to do with her. This devilish child, instead of crying, she sang, "What is this but a sign of a curse? I do not want this baby," she said. And the old grandmother saw nothing fit but to take the baby. But see, the thing about the grandmother was she didn't live with the villagers. Her home was closer to the river, a bit further from the villagers who had been running away from creatures that had been taking their land and taking everything that they had. They didn't know what to do, so what they could do was to isolate themselves, move into little spaces where they could at least protect who they are. So Unomilozi spent many, many years with Umakulu, with no one else, just the two of them, fending for themselves, defending themselves from these vile creatures while being separated from society. Unomilozi and Umakulu loved going to the river. Oftentimes they go together to fetch the water. And this one day, Umakulu just decided, my child, I'm going through so much pain. You can go alone. And on that day, Unomilozi heard what sounded like a crying baby. So she thought, let me go and inspect this. And when she got there, it really was a baby. A little 2-year-old boy crying naked in a basket. No one knows who had left him. And she did what any 8-year-old would do. She took the basket and went to Granny. When the Granny got there, she was like, "Mdanam, how could you bring this? How am I this old and you expect me to take care of this child? And you, what are we going to eat?" Of course, the naive little child just smiled and continued her little song. Unomilozi could now speak, by the way. She had finally learned the value of language and the ability to speak. She was still an outcast, of course, but her gift to sing was still there. And whatever creature, whatever thing you are, once you hear her voice, there's something that it does to you. And eventually, the rumor of Unomilozi spread and it was big. People started saying Unomilozi is a part of these things. These things that are hunting us, she's working for them. She was an omen. She is the reason they are here. And, okay. So, 3-4 years pass and Umakulu passes on. Now Unomilozi is left with Unsika, the little boy that she had picked up from the river, not knowing that he was gonna be her remaining pillar. And now comes the question, what does a 14-year-old with an 8-year-old eat? How do we live? Umakulu Kaseko. Where did she get food? We just ate. How did it come about? And so Unomilozi comprised the plan. Let's take from the villagers. They don't like me anyway. They already think I'm this thing, so I may as well just sing them to a sleep and take everything they have. And so for a good couple of years, they kept it up. She would sing and the people would fall asleep and she would take the food and they would go home and have a feast. And then one day she went to the river like she usually does and she met a new boy, Ukadi. Now Ukadi was a charming young man who had charisma. So Kati came to her and she was like, Ungubani. Nomilozi responds, who are you? What do you want with me? Remember, Nomilozi has never spoken to anybody but Unsika, no Makulu. And so she has to act tough. And Kati says, you know, you're the most interesting person I've ever seen. Nomilozi. She's shocked. She's like, Uyalazi. And he says, you know, and she's like, which hurts her. And she realizes because for her she was just getting food, right? Me and my brother need to eat. These people don't like us. And now she's realizing, I am Unomilozi the thief. You know, but within this conversation, she also learns valuable information about the kingdom. That there's a king with princesses and children and wives and all of this. She remembers one specific detail. It's a big house with red and white paint. You will see a big pole and a pond or a school. So they came up with a plan. Today, Unomilozi is going to sing the best song she has ever sang. Today, Unomilozi is going all out. The whole village has to be asleep for this. This is food that could last them for years and years to come. Or so the naive 16-year-old girl thought. So, that night, she went on with her song, and it put everyone to sleep. She's Unomilozi after all. And when she entered the house, she saw something she did not expect. Everyone in the house had died. From the prince to the princess to the wives to the king, they were just laying on the floor dead. What will they do? Of course they do what anyone would do. They're teenagers, they ran. You know, they ran away and they left their home, they left everything, because now this looks like it's us, you know. And obviously the next morning everyone wakes up, the king is dead, and everyone's like, okay, yeah, so what to do? And everyone's like, we heard Nomilozi, it's her singing, it's her, we were asleep, she does this every time, she killed the king, and it's because those niggas told her to, and she's coming with them. So there's a hunt, everyone starts hunting them, until Kant bumps into her one random day. Now she's a fugitive, you know, she doesn't trust anyone, she just hates everything, you know. And she spends this one day in a country where she opens up about the day and what had happened, but something surprising happens. The Ingongolo show up, the things that were terrorizing them, they suddenly show up. And Unomilozi's first reaction is, you know, to sing, you know. And she starts her song and it puts the creature to a daze, you know, but not to sleep like it does with humans, but it does something, you know. And Kanti notices this. And of course, like any young boy, he thinks, the villagers need to know about this. This could be one of the main defenses against these things. This girl has been sent to us. And so he runs and runs and runs and gets to Watata Belali no Makulu. And he says, I have discovered that Unomilozi can do this. And of course, like anyone who's formed long-term beliefs, the first thing they say is, no way, not here now. That girl is a curse. She's going to bring those people here. She killed the king. Do you not see the signs? And of course, the young boy tries to, you know, eager young boy. He's like, no, you guys don't get it. And he runs to Unomilozi. He gets to Unomilozi and he's like, bruh, you need to do this. I have found a way for you to do this. If you can get with the soldiers and you can drum, we can put these people in a trance and we can burn the place they live in and they could all die. Of course, Unomilozi is not eager because it's the community. They think I killed the king, they don't like me. But Unsika, her pillar, is there next to her saying, Sisi wamo, ubani omaziyo ozalwa eTuna. Where have you ever seen a child who's born with the ability to sing? I mean, even I know that that is something special. To which Unomilozi gains strength, you know, the courage to like go through her life. And she's like, you know, Masameni, siyephandle xelela abadala nabamama, ndizoyenza le nto. Unomilozi that goes into the village, which shocks everyone. It's the first time. Everyone's like, children are seeing her for the first time. Everyone is pointing to her. And she goes to the elders and she says, uthi ukuba nje ndacula singakwazi ukuzibulala ezi zinto. Sisebenzise esi sipho ndinaso ngokuphuhlisa, siphuhlise uluntu lwethu, the future yethu. And to this, of course, everyone is shocked and still in denial. You were sent for this, you're evil. This is your plan, you're gonna lure them into us. We don't believe. To which she gets frustrated and starts singing her song. And when she starts singing, of course, everyone starts to listen because they are scared. Is it a chance? Why am I so interested? Why is it drawing me in? And she says, Mamelani Apa, I am going to do this thing. I am the one who has been born to save the place. This is my home too. You may have rejected me, but I know that this is what I have been sent for. To which everyone casually agrees, like everyone's like, this is making sense. Let's do this. So they come up with this great plan, organize soldiers by the thousands, and they go to this village and they start heavy drumming. And Nominosi just goes heavy with her singing. And at first these creatures are like, what is this? But then they sit, because they're singing. It's something in the background. And eventually every one of them is sleepy, every one of them is, in a daze. Until there's completely sleep. Everyone is out of it cold, and all you hear is the creature snoring. And the Nominosi knew at that point in time that it's time to strike. And so they went in, all the soldiers, their hands burnt and bleached from the heavy drumming. They took their daggers and they slaughtered their souls. Every single one of the creatures dead. And from that day, the whole nation was freed. Everyone went back to live by the river, and everyone went back to their normal lives, and they accepted Nominosi as a part of them, and they found ways in which they could use her gift to better themselves, just as Somshi had shown that it is possible. And that is how the story ends. The story of Nominosi. I just want to say that's the first time I've told that story in English. I was translating.
By the